Genghis Khan, a name that echoes through history, synonymous with conquest and empire. By the time of his death in 1227, he had forged the largest contiguous land empire the world has ever seen. But how did this legendary conqueror, the man who seemed invincible, meet his end? The truth is, nobody knows for sure. The mystery surrounding Genghis Khan's death is as vast as the empire he built. Let's travel back to the summer of 1227. Genghis Khan was leading his final campaign against the Western Shia kingdom. He was in his 60s, an old man by the standards of the 13th century, but still a formidable force on the battlefield. Historical records agree that he died during this campaign, but they offer wildly different accounts of how. The most official and widely accepted version comes from a secret history written for the Mongol royal family shortly after his death. It claims he died from injuries sustained after falling from his horse while hunting. It sounds plausible, right? A simple accident felling a giant of history. But even this account is debated. Some historians believe it was a sanitized story, crafted to give the great Khan a more dignified end rather than dying from illness or some other less glorious cause. Then there's the version from Marco Polo, who traveled through Asia decades later. He wrote that Genghis Khan died from an infected arrow wound sustained during his final battle. This paints a more warrior-like picture, a leader falling in the heat of combat. It's a dramatic tale, but it's considered less reliable since it was recorded long after the event by a foreigner. But the stories get even more intriguing. One of the most dramatic and perhaps legendary accounts involves a Western Shia princess. The story goes that she was taken as a war prize after the fall of the capital. To avenge her people, she either stabbed Genghis Khan with a hidden dagger or, in some versions, castrated him, leading to his death. This tale is popular in folk traditions but lacks strong historical evidence. It might be a symbolic story representing the fierce resistance of the conquered people. Other theories suggest more mundane, yet equally possible causes. Some sources point to disease. Given the harsh conditions of military campaigns, it's entirely possible he succumbed to something like typhus, which was rampant at the time. Others even speculate about poisoning, a common tool for political intrigue, though there's no direct evidence to support this. So why the mystery? The secrecy was intentional. To prevent chaos and maintain stability within the Mongol army and the vast empire, his death was kept a closely guarded secret. His soldiers carried on the campaign as if he were still alive, only revealing the truth after their final victory. His body was returned to his homeland in Mongolia for burial, but the location of his tomb remains one of history's greatest unsolved puzzles. The funeral procession reportedly killed anyone and anything they encountered along the way to keep the location secret. The slaves who built the tomb were executed, and then the soldiers who executed them were also killed. Legend says a river was diverted over his grave to hide it forever. To this day, despite modern technology and extensive searches, the final resting place of Genghis Khan has never been found. So, was it a fall from a horse, a battle wound, a princess's revenge, or simply disease? The true cause of Genghis Khan's death was deliberately obscured, leaving us with a collection of fascinating stories and historical breadcrumbs. This enduring mystery only adds to the larger-than-life legend of the man who conquered half the world. What do you think really happened? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into history's greatest mysteries.